So we're starting again with this little 5-minute mobility routine that's everyone who's waking up in the bed. I want us to start practicing like mobility as part of our routine. So we're going to start seated. We'll just take a tripod leg back, upper arm, and lower ourselves down to the mat with control. And we're just going to make our way to the mat. So we'll roll it back and then with control, inhale. Exhale, stretch around your chin into your chest. Pull your chin back. Pull your belly button up and under your rib cage. We're trying to go as slow as we can on the down, so control it. And then here we are, waking up in our bed. Yep. All right, so the first thing I'll do would be to stretch my back. So simple, pulling the knees to the chest. Just with a little pressure on the top of the knees. We're going to start to rotate circles on the lower spine, little massage. Let's go the other way. And one more. 3 more. 2 and 1. Now we're going to try to bring our nose to our knees, so really flexing the spine and stretching the lower back. And just hold. Good. We'll take it back down to the mat. We're going to do some hip circles. So pressure on the tops of the knees. We're going to rotate the femur in the hip socket as if you're stirring a pot of really heavy oatmeal with a big wooden spoon. You're putting pressure into that in the hip joint. And you're pulling your knees out to the maximum range of motion. Let's go the other way. Push down. Breathe. When you feel the tension, breathe into it. Good. So we're going to just pull those knees into the chest again. Circle them. A lot of pressure on the knees. As we come around, we're going to round our chin into our chest. Pull our sternum back and pull the knees away. So we have straight arms here. And a tucked chin. And that's going to stretch the neck and the back, the upper shoulders off the back. So take it back down. Do that again. Big inhale. Exhale, come around. Pull away. And get back down. Big inhale. Exhale, come around and pull those knees away. Stretching the lower back, stretching the upper back. Beautiful. Let's just take it into a nice and easy happy baby. And again, pressure into the soles of the feet. Pull those knees into the armpits as much as you can. If you have tight hips, you might feel a pinch there or try to find movement. So a little bit of an egg beater action. Just stirring again that femur into the hip pocket, looking for some fluidity in the joint. Let's go the other way. Oh yeah, that feels good. Great. And hold that happy baby pose. I'm just going to rock from side to side, control it, don't flop over. So pulling your belly button into your spine as you come through the center of the mat to control the core. And exhale, to the up to the side, inhale in the center. Good. Just bringing your feet down to the mat at the hips distance apart. We're just going to flop one knee in. And then the other. So remember, we're still in bed. We haven't even gotten up, and we're starting our day out on the right foot by having a little bit more mobility in our spine and our hips. Great work. Love it. Now just kick off the knees from side to side, both going the same direction, keeping the shoulders down. Planting the heels firmly, planting the pelvis firmly on the mat. We're going to close that hook. So keeping your hips down, trying to get your fingers to hover over your hand if you can. So this is keep the hips down, a thoracic rotation. Nothing is moving from the lower body. If you can get extra range, it's coming from the rotation from your ribs. So keep trying to get an extra inch out of that. Other side. Inhale, upward, elevate the hips further, keep breathing, a little bit more out of it, one more side, big inhale, and exhale. And one more. Inhale. And reach it. Bring that toe out. Nice. Let's bring the feet up to 90 degrees. This is already a nice stretch if you have tight hips and hamstrings. Just pulse in the feet to the face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're going to work on loosening up the hamstrings here. So this is our tree pose. Point the toe. We're going to climb the tree. So go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to get the stretch, we're going to scoop the belly and rise up. Pull that foot into your face. You're also getting that nice stretch in the upper back again. And release it back down. Here's a really big stretch. Plug the shoulders into the mat. Breathe into that tension. And little pulses forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take the arms down. Pull that foot really into your face. Point the toe. Let's climb again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scoop the belly to rise up. Nice and high. And bring the shoulders back down to the mat. Nice. Plugging those shoulders in. Good. We're going to bend that knee. Again, hip circles. Tiny hip circles this time. Lots of pressure on the knee. Let's go the other way. That bottom leg is floating. We're going to grab the sole of the foot or wherever you're comfortable. Could be under the knee, could be the shin, the ankle, or the foot. Bend and extend in this position. Good. Nose to knee. And we're just going to sit up. Balancing on that spin bone. You can try in this position to bring that knee to nose. That's great. If you're here and you're stretching, you're just working on getting a straight leg, that could be your goal. Really push that toe to the ceiling. All right, holding on where you're comfortable, drop that bottom leg. Try and maintain the contact knee to nose as you forward fold and bring that leg down to the ground. Let's roll it back down to the mat, to the head. And let's go to the other side. So bring that leg up to 90 degrees. We're in 3. Pull it in. Let's climb up. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift and scoop the belly. Enjoy that stretch for the shoulders. And let's bring our shoulder blades back into the mat. Plug them in. Breathe into any tension. Pulse it in. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Pull in using your core strength and climb that tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise into the belly. And bring it back. Shoulders into the mat. Good. Bend that knee. Bring it into your chest. Little circles again in the hip socket, both directions. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab where you're comfortable. Bend and extend. Good. Bring your nose in it. And just up. Down, down. Breathe. So working on getting that straight leg. Pause there, drop the bottom leg. Let's maintain that contact if we can. Hold. Releasing the leg gently to the mat. And finish. All right, so the last thing I would do before getting on, I don't know if I would do all that. Yeah, I'm trying to memorize. I would definitely do all the first ones, but the hamstring stretch might be a little bit hard. But this one, you just flip over at the end of your 5 or 6 exercises with the cat-cow. Do it every day. Inhale to look up. Exhale, all the air comes out of your lungs as you round your spine. Tuck that belly button up and under the rib cage. And inhale, come up. Exhale, round into the cat pose. This is a core exercise. You roll the back stretch, and make sure you're powering the move with your breath in the core. Inhale and exhale. Pull that belly button up and under. So let's really focus on that belly. A scoop, inhale and exhale. Hold it there. We're going to drag back to hover. I absolutely love this stretch for the lower back. So you're just hovering over your heels. You're not touching down like a okay. You might feel a bit of tension in the quads. Let's pulse here. 1, 2. Keep scooping the belly. 3. Foot up your ribs. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep the angry cat pose as you come forward. We're going to tuck our elbows into our ribs. Drop the chest down into the mat. So a modified moving child pose. Tight those hips. As you come up, big inhale. Exhale, push to the tricep. Round the spine to go into angry cat. Inhale. Exhale. Pull back to hover. Enjoy that stretch again. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to drop our chest into the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to rise up. Rounding that spine. We're going to take our hands off the mat diagonally. So that's the cat. Look up. You'll feel it more in your side body. Holding that rounded spine. Let's drag back on the diagonal. So I'm leaning my hips off my mat, away from my hands. And come forward. Good. Let's come to the center. Do a little wag the dog. So squeezing your side body to look at your hip. Oh, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Now to the center. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's take our hands off the mat diagonally. Inhale to look up. Exhale to round. Just slow in. Exhale. And drag your hips away from your hands on that diagonal. So they're pushing off the side of the mat. Beautiful stretch. Good. Coming through to the center again. We'll come up onto our knees. And robot arms. A lateral side bend to tap the mat. We're staying in one line, not bending forward, not bending back. It's good to realize in the morning where you're in balance with us. Pay attention to. So going through all the movements that your spine is capable of doing, and then identifying where you might be stiff. Good. Putting on your heel. And take our hands to our head. Squeeze the scapula together. Big inhale. Exhale, rounding the spine. You can even pull on the base of your skull. Bring your elbows into your hip creases as you scoop your belly. Oh, yeah. So a big C curve of the spine. Let's open up the elbows. Let's just pulse the elbows backwards. So squeeze them open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's round forward again. Big inhale. Exhale, take it down. Squeeze those elbows into your hip creases. You should have no breath left after you're done with that. So now we're just going to rotate. Oh, pull that elbow back. Each side. Bring it nice and tall. Trying to get a little bit more out of it each time you look over your shoulder at your elbow. Push a bit further. Now we're ready to round forward into flexion with a rotation. So big inhale. Open the elbows wide, rotate, elbows and come to the opposite hip. Round the front into flexion with the release. Oh yeah. Bring your hand on the top. Open those elbows wide. Exhale to rotate and round forward. Really pull that belly button up and under the ribs. Come on, keep working it. Good, come back up. And finally, we're going to do the same thing, but extension. So squeeze the elbows open. Inhale. Rotate, but into the same elbow to the back of the head and off the elbow to the ceiling. Good. Open the center. Inhale. Rotate. Take it back. Excellent. All right. If it bothers you to sit on your knees, you can do it cross-legged. You just turn the immobile arm your body. Let's come into so that's a little bit of mobility for the morning. Whether you do it in your bed or you get your mat out. Let's go into a little bit of core work. So again, I'm just going to shake the shoulders out this time and drop them away from the ears. Tuck the chin, pull the sternum back, pull the belly button up and under the ribs, let's round back. So we're in our seeker. You're pulling your feet bones to your face to go deeper into it. Good. We're just going to bring our heels into our butt, 3 or 4 little steps, and then 4 little steps out. 2, 3, 4, back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Bring both heels in so we're in a really tight seeker. Drag one toe out this time. Flex the foot. Drag it back in along your mat to resist and activate that powerhouse. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, drag it in. Inhale. And exhale, strong drag, resist. Inhale. And exhale, drag it in. Inhale. As we drag in, let's think about closing the space between the ribs and the hips to tighten our girdle and muscles, our powerhouse. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the space between your ribs and your hips. Oh yeah. Inhale. Exhale, resist and close up. Inhale. And exhale, pausing there in your seeker. We're going to circle the arms around to mimic the scoop of your belly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's rise up. Take those arms out. Left hand. Roll it back down. We're going to take it on the butt. You're in your C curve, so no flat back. Round your spine more, that's better. It's not a hinging action, it's a rounding action. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick one leg up. Same target that call for. Squeeze out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it to the other side. Kick that leg up. Parallel knees. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. You're going to roll it down with as much control as you can find. Big inhale. Exhale. Rolling, controlling it. Getting it nice and fine. Oh, and then release. Okay. We're going to go through the imprinting cues. So long legs onto the ceiling. You have your neutral spine with that natural gap. You want to close the space between the back and your lower back. So let's just bring that lower back into that on the exhale. So inhale to prepare, exhale to close that space. Pressure down into that. You're using a lot of core power here to make that happen. So it'll feel like work. And release. Let's go again. Big inhale. Exhale. Close the space behind the lower back. Imprint it into the mat. Now let's think about the bottom of our ribs, top of our hip bone. Close that space, shorten it. Contract the powerhouse while pushing your lower back into that mat. And release. Next time, we're going to add in a pelvic floor lift and squeeze for those 3 cues. So let's go. Inhale. Exhale, lower the spine, your lower back into the mat. Inhale. Now close space between the ribs and the hips. Contract those muscles. Now lift and squeeze the pelvic floor while pushing your lower back into the mat. Lots to think about. Keep going. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then good job. Hands to the ceiling. We're going to lift the head and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it up. We're trying to go past our toes a little bit, so you have to tuck your hips under to get a little bit more reach. You can drop your ears between your arms. Just a little bit of mobility here for the shoulders. Just circle around it, past your ears, and circle around. Lift. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Arms to your ears. We're going to roll it down with control. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, stretch around, down. Close your eyes here. Imagine your spine moving so fluidly that you're going to hit every part of your body, every part of your spine. So we're on the tailbone. We're trying to round up to hit our lower back. We're going to turn around again to hit our middle back. We're going to find our shoulder blades and from there, upper back comes down. We stretch overhead. Take a big inhale to prepare, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale to come up and over. Coming up and over an imaginary arm. So as if someone's pulling your weight backwards, up and over. Look how much more distance you get out of that. For that stretch. Okay, we're going to shift the legs to a butterfly position. And go up, roll down with control. Inhale. And exhale. Turn around to go back. Squeeze the heels together. Engage in the inside. Feels a bit different. You're taking the hip flexors out. Oh, and we're coming up the same way. Squeeze the heels together. Big inhale. Lift the head and shoulders. Exhale. Squeeze a bit harder. And then come over the top for a stretch. Good. We are going to roll back onto the mat. So we'll just come down in our seeker with control. And we're going to do a series of work on our hip mobility. So we'll start nice and basic. Bring your feet up 90 degrees. You have the option to head down, or if you want to engage the core, absolutely great. Reach the fingers long to the opposite wall. Just going to take little steps like Barbie doll legs. So just waking up all the hamstrings, the forehead, all hurts. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. So drop one foot down. If you can just lengthen out of the hip socket and feel that nice stretch for the hip flexor. I like to put my heel down to get a little deeper into it, so you can actually rest the heel to get the hip flexor to stretch. If you get down that far, and it just feels nice. Do one more each side. Good. Let's go a little bit faster, pulsing the leg in, so regular scissors, turn off the shoulder blades. Four, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to drop my head down to the floor for this one because I really want to focus on my hips here. So heavy legs opening. Good. Heeling open. So you feel gravity working. Bring your legs open. In this position, let's just flex and point. So working the ankles, working the inner thigh. Putting time on tension on that hip socket so we get used to being in our maximum range. Good. And let's do ankle circles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels to tap in the center and send them out. Strong kick. Good, let's hold it there. Pressure in your heels, so keep them together. Just send them to the ceiling, zip up your inner thighs together. And exhale. Work it so you're just bringing everything into the midline, squeezing those heels, squeezing those thighs into the midline. Now take it out at 45 degrees. So frog it out. Here you might want to come up and give yourself a core challenge. Pause in there. We're going to work on inner rotations, inner and external, inward and external rotations of the hips. So we often forget to do the inward action, which releases the piriformis. So it's a good one to do. So knees together, feet them together, kick those heels out, then bring the heels together, then shoot up to the ceiling. Bring it back down. Bring those knees together, squeeze them together, kick those heels out to the side, and back in, squeeze the heels to go up and zip it up. And again, bring those knees in, rotate inward, and then back up, squeeze and zip. And take it open. Let's pause there with our knees hugging each other. We're just going to kick tiny little pokes out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's do another one up. And bring those knees together. It's a little movement that kills. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's doing great. Let's open the legs one more time. Let's finish up with our Peter Pan legs. So we're going to draw one toe down the inseam and then switch and slide to the other side. Pushing that leg out, lengthening out of the hip socket. Good. 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. All right. Keeping with the hip openers, let's just cross into a 4 position. Oh, I didn't do the 4 position stretch this morning in bed. This one is really good to do in bed. So just remember, push that elbow out into the knee, pull that knee into your chest. Working that outer hip, glute, performance glute. And other side, just pull it in. But as long as you don't like static stretches, so the Pilates version of that would be to cross the leg into 4 position, flex the foot, and then drive the hips to the ceiling. So as you're driving the hips, think of externally rotating from the hip socket. Squeeze the glutes. Pressure into that top glute with that ankle. Here is it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change to the other side without shifting your hips or your pelvis. Take that foot over, flex the foot, externally rotate, pressure into the quad, and lift the hips to the ceiling. 2, 3. The more you push into that quad, the more you'll get it to release. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back to center. Let's roll it back down. Bring your heels really tight to your butt. This is a variation on bridge to give you more of a quad stretch. So let's peel off the knots, pull the people going to your face just like a regular bridge. Feel the stretch down, the hip flexors down from the quads. And then rounding through the side of your spine to come back down. Releasing everything into the mat when you hit your tailbone. Let's go again. We're going to come to different foot position, so a little bit further out than you would normally do in bridge. Just going to target the hamstrings more. So let's pull that heel onto our face as we roll up. Pause in there, squeezing the glutes. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Let's roll it down. And round away. And and release all that tension into the mat. Coming to the normal sort of bridge position, maybe heels halfway. Let's heel up again. Pull that to go to your face. Turn to a Pilates bridge, which is connected from shoulder to knee, not with an open top chest. We're going to take one foot up to the ceiling and drop the hip, drive it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Drop the leg down and kick into the face. 2, 3. We're looking for pelvic stability. 4, so no swinging. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back to center, swing the foot out, take the other foot to the ceiling, and drop the hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's lower that leg and trunk it to the face. Push into your forearms. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back to center, lower down with control, melting into the mat. And releasing all that tension from the pelvis. Good. Let's rock on up to seated. We're going to go through a few rolling exercises. I have some flows up here, but I'm going to get to this. Okay, so rolling like a ball. Pull those knees into the chest. In fact, stomach massage first, so we get that feeling. So what it means to really hold the knees in the chest with our core strength. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Go for 8, 7, nice and upright. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Something like that without changing your body too much. And drag back in. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Send it out. The squeeze is the most important thing in this, so really work on that squeeze. 3, 2, 1. It should be stressful. Squeeze it. Go for 3, 2, 1. And keep it there. Just add your fingers for guidance. Tuck the chin. We're going to roll back, rolling like a ball. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your shoulder blades. And back up. Inhale. And exhale. Tilt the pelvis. Good. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to add on. So when you come out of it, you can choose to come into tabletop or into a little teaser. And just hold. Let's go back to rolling like a ball. Inhale. And exhale. Teaser level. 3, 2, 1. And roll like a ball. And one more time. Hold. Let's go for 8 this time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're changing it up. We're going to go into heel. Your hands come to the outside of your ankles. You have your flippers. It's fast tempo. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Flat the spine. Round the spine. Go back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Flat the spine. 1, 2, 3. Roll back. 1, 2, 3. And up. 1, 2, 3. And round back. 1, 2, 3. And up. 1, 2, 3. Round back. 1, 2, 3. Next one, crab. It's going to be part of our next flow. So we're just going to go over it. It's nothing special. This is different movement. Inhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, and roll back. Flatten the spine at the top. Inhale, tuck the chin, exhale, roll back. And flatten the spine. We're going to move on to ultimate rocker. You have options. Let's just work on getting our legs straight. First of all, with the support. And then you can try grabbing the ankle. Or not. Good. I'm sure you have some space behind you. If you want to give it a go, you can stay in tabletop. You're not ready to grab your ankle. So it looks like this. You flatten your spine. You take a big inhale. You round and tuck, just like we did in roll on the ball. And you shape the roll back with the tilt of the pelvis. Come to your line and come back up. You're going for the open leg rock, grab on where you're comfortable. Flatten out spine, inhale, exhale. Roll to the top, flatten the spine, round the spine. Just take that little bit of movement. You don't need momentum here, or you'll not be able to stick it. Inhale, and exhale back. Good, let's bring the legs together. And inhale. All right, so be slow. We'll start. Start with the crab. So come to the front of your mat. We're going to roll it back. So now that we've been working on these rolling exercises, nice and easy, you're going to come up, plant your knees, and then pop back. We're going to go into 8. 8. You can learn it together. It's not that hard. So 8 mountain climbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause there. Knee is parallel. Leg is parallel to the mat. Just tap and drag into your chest. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take a wide stance here and go into our downward dog. So bring your hands back. Try and get your heels down to the mat. Let's just walk the dog, stretch those calves. Next part of the flow is to push back into yogi squat. So, hands together, pushing the knees apart. That's important for ankle mobility and hip mobility. Good one to do every day. We do it every day, every class, just about. Pushing those knees open. So the transition is going to be to drop your butt to the mat, kick your legs up to teeter or TikTok. So you're going to really settle into it. You're going to try and bring your tailbone close to the mat because you're going to fall off the mat. That's the thing. And then right into teaser. One space. And in teaser, we're just going to do a little scissor kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're totally off the mat, so that's not going to work so well. Come forward, grab your toes. Come really forward. Grab your toes and roll back. So round to go back. Kick over on the top. Hands are planted. Pop back. Give me those mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That knee on the opposite leg. Bent. Tap it down. 1. Squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Try and keep your, let's bring our feet closer to our chest to go into downward dog this time. Welcome back. Bring the heels down to the mat so that they're planted. Bring your chest in, get a nice stretch, and then drop into your yoga squat. Pushing the knees wide, we're going to do a rotation. So push one knee open as you rotate around. Getting ready to drop into our transition. So let's stack shoulders, hips over the shoulders over the hips. Bring that tailbone down to the mat. Yeah, good job, you guys. Let's tap the shins. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cross it around. Give me that top roll. Inhale. Exhale to roll it back. Hold the top right into mountain climbers. Pop it back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to add on. Bring the knee to the chest. Round the spine. Push the hips back. So we're tight, rounded into that knee. Squeeze the knee into the chest. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're kicking that leg up to the ceiling vertically. Pulling your chest into your knee. Good. Keep squeezing that back glute. Let's lift and lower that heel. Footwork. Go. 1, Now we're lifting the bottom heel to push the ball of the foot into the mat. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to open that bottom half of the body for wild thing. So start to rotate your leg over the top. Pushing, come back to the center, and push back into that wide step. Downward dog, or actually walk the feet in. Drop. So we're going to add on to the yoga squat. I'm not very good at this. You're going to try and bind. So reach around, grab your fingers, locking that. So my right hand stays in the front of my right knee, comes around, my palm is facing outwards. I'm going to find my fingers, join. Nice. So that means dropping your butt more to the mat, which is what we're working on doing. So that feels really good. And then come out of that, dropping to find our transition into your choice. Whatever you like. So we're going to do 3 leg lowers at the same time. Go 1, 2, 3. Find your crab claws. We're rolling back into the shape. And roll it up. Come over the top. Pop it out. Give me those mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite leg, same thing. Pushing back into downward dog, bringing that knee to the chest. And squeezing up from the core. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Send that knee up, vertical, that leg up vertical. Squeeze that back glute. Come on, get it nice and straight. And lower that bottom heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Open the bottom half of your body, turning out. Up over the top. Lift the hips to the ceiling. Good job. Spin back around. And we have one last yoga squat. Find that white sand, bring those feet in, tight to your body. Drop down. You're going to bind on the other side. The same arm, same leg. Wrap around the front of your knee. Find it on the other side if you can. And let's center. Dropping that tail onto the mat and swinging through. Last set of cheeses. Stagger the leg twice. 1, 2. Helicopter the leg around. Stagger the leg. 1, 2. Helicopter the leg around. Stagger the leg. 1, 2. Helicopter the leg around. Last time. 1, 2. Helicopter, and we can release. Good job. Oh, I have a whole other flow to do. We're just going to try because I'm going to forget everything. Okay, so another hip opener flow. Going to start. Yes, we know this move already. We're just adding on. So chins a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to drop into our 90-90 position. Make sure both of your knees are on the mat. All right. We're just going to fold over like a pigeon. First stretch. Your back knee's not involved. It's just putting pressure to the hip. Get it to release. Coming back up. We're going to try that again. No hands. Take it out. Round the spine. Drop the head between the hands. Palms come together. So there's a bit more pressure into the hip here. As you rise up, open the chest, pop up onto the knees. Woo! Open that chest really wide. Good. Here's where it gets weird. We're going to swing this leg around. Probably need to put on. It's just a swing that's so weird. Okay? Tuck your toe and rise up to hover. Let's hold that hover for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate around it. One squat. Hold that. Rotate back around to hover. Hold for 3, 2, 1. We're dropping back down. As we come around, we're just going to naturally sit down and come right into half lotus. Sitting cross-legged.
What's the modification for that?
The modification, if you're not feeling this, I can help you. You can go to log cabin, which is more intense. Parallel feet, parallel shins to the mat. More intensity into the hip socket. We're going to come onto our side body. We're again working on those internal, external rotations. So just a regular clamshell, squeezing the heels together. Which, to be honest, doesn't do that much for me. But I like when we tap down in front to get a really strong internal rotation, and we tap down on the floor behind to get a really strong external rotation. So let's work through that. Good. We're going to push off this hand, that top leg's floating. You come to your floating mermaid, balance. And just give me a couple more hip circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel those obliques burning. 1, backwards. 2, 3, and 4. Quickly come to the other side. Everything at a time. We'll start with our feet in the right position. Turn it into that 90-90 stretch. And just make sure you have your knees on the mat. So you're a bit of a diagonal. We'll come over into that modified pigeon. So your knee should be out in an angle if you're doing regular pushing. So stay in your 90-90. A little bit easier on it. Good. And then right back up. We're going to come without the hand, rounding forward, joining the backs of the hands together and protracting the shoulders away from my body. As we come around, we're popping up, opening the chest, squeezing the glutes forward. Beautiful, strong pose. Now we can swing that back leg around. Whee! Bring that toe up, and then hover the knee. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate around to your squat. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back around to that hover. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Let your butt just fall naturally to the floor. Naturally flow into your lotus top. Maybe not happening. Okay. It's really it's just your body type. Like some people are good at hip openers, others are not. No big thing. Just finish here. I like to find a little movement in the hip socket again with a little tension on. So I like to squeeze my glutes, then squeeze my knees open. A little pulse down. Feels really good. Does it work in the cross-legged position? Yeah. Not as intense, but maybe it's intense. That's your range. Okay. So that's great. Hey, those are my flows. I hope you like them. All right, we're almost done. Let's just push back. Bring our feet together. Finish with a couple of foot exercises. So just push the balls of feet into the mat, really strong. Lower. About 8 of those. Last 4. So we want to be in a tight position here, bringing your chest and nose to your knees as much as possible. So walk it in a little closer, just a bit more intense. Then bring the heels together, toes apart, squeeze the heels, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Toes together, or the bunions. Bunions together. 4, 5. Keep lifting. 6, 7, and 8. Parallel feet. We're just going to press. So one ankle at a time. Push it forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, let's roll it up. Good.
Second for breath, drop the shoulders way ahead, we're done.